Okay, so when
So long, man.
I've not
Probably
made
a
a
good
song.
20 minutes at least. All right, we're back.
All right, let's go. No, that's why I was watching the stream.
Okay. Computer just decided it didn't like having to add the stress of you onto everything else. Hey, man, I've been there before. I went through all of college trying to do engineering projects on a 5-year-old computer. That was never meant to be handling engineering projects in any way whatsoever.
The next time we do one of these bad boys, walk me through all the OBS stuff, and I'll be happy to host it. Yep. Probably give us a better stream quality too. No worries, brother man.
Kershaw with 11 pitches in the first inning compared to Marquez's 23.
How many base runners has Marquez already had? I feel like it's like 6 or 7.
It's like 6.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. I mean, the Dodgers have had 4 hits. I'm looking for how many walks they've had too.
The fact that they didn't put anything up in the top of either of those innings is astounding to me.
6 base runners already.
I heard that as well.
Six base runners put on, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 left after those 2 double plays.
That tells me the reason Marquez has put up 2 scoreless. Fuentes.
Yeah. I would have to concur there.
Already turned 9 or 10 double plays this game?
I think it might be 11 or 12.
Double clutch. Missed. Did he get it? Yeah, I think he got him.
Yeah, you got him.
That's probably a little closer than you wanted it to be.
So that Taco Bell Rockies promotion where if they score 7 or more runs a game, how many times do you think that triggers in the season?
On a normal season or this season?
This season.
This season?
What do you think? They give away 1 taco?
No, I'll give them more credit than that. I'll say they might. I'll say 20 games max.
I'll take 20 tacos.
15 is probably more likely.
Yeah, 12.
3?
12.
Matt says 3 times.
3. Bold.
I'm gonna need a thesis on that. I'm gonna need to see the numbers on that one. Good question. It's a lovely
Matt,
tune.
Yeah,
Um,
that might be my little sister in the other room over from me.
Hey, thanks for the compliment, John. I got a full quad screen set up over here.
Simple Rockies are bad. No, Matt, I wasn't saying I need the numbers for why so few. I want the numbers for why so many. We can all see chat.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just able to get chat pulled up on my corner of my screen finally.
Yeah, Mick definitely has the slickest setup. I gotta go get my cat. I'm gonna put him up on the cat tree. Give me some more points.
Hey, look, I have a good excuse. I work from home. I'm an engineer. I kind of need a bunch of screens while I'm coding. Yes, I'm a nerd.
Welcome to the club.
By the way, my dad did remind me while listening to this to point out that there's a somewhat of a reason behind wearing this Expos hat, in that most of the Rockies team legends started in Montreal.
A tenuous connection, but I'll take it.
Andres Galarraga, Larry Walker. And I simply don't have a Rockies hat.
Who does?
Let's get Wisdom in here for that one.
While we're staring at a lovely commercial screen here, looks like Detroit's Cleveland. Detroit took that one 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
And then in top of the sixth, Milwaukee and Minnesota. Twins on top 3-2. Pittsburgh and Chicago, the Cubs, that is. Pittsburgh on top 4-2. How about that? Bottom of the fifth, Phil's Braves. Phil's on top 2-0.
Yeah, just thought I'd let y'all know. Through 5 innings, Aaron Nola has struck out 4, giving up no earned run. So,
You know, over in that Yankees game, I will say Jordan Romano looked really good out of the bullpen for Toronto. He was one guy that really impressed me. He had 2 strikeouts, a couple swing and misses that really made the hitters look silly. That was just one guy that came up and was really impressive today.
It's kind of funny when we were talking earlier, I think off stream, about the Blue Jays being sort of this like small market team, you know, kind of like a low key quiet place. It's so funny because I feel like when you're in Toronto, you can have an absolutely stellar performance and it's still kind of going to get overshadowed by something else in the league.
Absolutely. I mean, it's exactly like
I feel like you could I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel like you could spin 8 scoreless innings or something, and that would maybe be like a mention on sports on ESPN, and then they would go into Shane Bieber giving up 2 or something.
No, I mean it's absolutely true, and I mean you can look back. There's been a couple of guys who were like that over the last couple of years simply because they were on just bad teams. I mean, if you look at the 2019 Orioles, they had one of their players had arguably the quietest 30 home run season I've ever seen. And it was Ronaldo Nunez. Ronaldo Nunez put up 31 home runs in 2019. Who knew that?
That's pretty quiet because I had no idea. So.
He was on my fantasy team that year, and I barely knew that he put up 30 home runs.
Mm-hmm. Question about the Indians-Tigers game. Would you guys say that Shane Bieber had a good game today? He struck out 12, walked 3, I think. But, you know, he got outdueled by Matt Boyd, gave up 3, and lost the game. So what are we thinking?
I mean, you can't – Matt Boyd's a tough matchup to begin with, for one.
What were you saying, Peyton?
Okay. I think Peyton and I have different opinions on Matt Boyd, it sounds like.
Did y'all see this right now?
I mean, 6 innings, 3 earned. That's still not a bad start.
I was going to say the 12 strikeouts, nutty.
That's impressive.
And the 3 runs were off of 5 hits and 3 walks. So the 5 hits, that's not too bad. 5 hits over 6 innings is great. The 3 walks is maybe a little worrisome, but as that boy, weren't we just talking about how he's the worst player in the game or something?
Who? Yeah. Oh, Rymel. Yeah.
Wait,
is that a home run for Bellinger?
Yeah, I think it is.
It's a base path thing?
Bellinger's out.
So Bellinger hits a ball like to the warning track, goes in, Tapia's glove, and then goes over the fence. So it looked like it was a home run to me, but apparently Cody is out. I'm kind of confused.
They're saying he passed him on the base path.
Passed him on the baseline. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he definitely did pass him on the baseline in that replay, though. They showed Turner going right behind him.
Oh, because Turner thinks that ball's caught.
Yep.
Wait,
okay, so now the real question is, what does that mean for my fantasy team?
Why does that matter if it's a home run, though?
Because he passed the runner ahead of him. He passed the leading runner. It doesn't matter if it's a dead ball or not. He passed the leading runner.
I've never seen that happen. That's kind of wild.
It's a weird situation.
I think that's a ridiculous interaction.
Absolutely. It happens probably one. I doubt this even happens once a year across the league.
Because shouldn't a home run should clear the bases simultaneously, ideally, right?
No. Does
that, you know what I mean? When I say simultaneously, does that make sense?
No, yes, it does. I don't know the actual, what the rule says in, actual ink and letter.
It's probably like the player takes 4 bases, which means you still have to take the paths in order.
I would imagine that is correct, that you still must follow all base running rules while the ball is, even after the ball is dead and over the wall.
Okay, so are you saying that if someone hits a home run, they go around the base paths, but they skip second accidentally, the other team sees that, they can go tag second and say you're out?
Oh, yes, that's been a long established rule. That's something that happens literally every game in youth baseball. Yeah. I mean, seriously, go to your local little league park and watch a game. You'll probably see some team just check over to third base at any point in the game.
Nick, this is just me, buddy. No knock on you or anything. I'm not going to go to my local little league game alone and watch them throw over to third.
I umpired little league for a while, but no, I get you.
that was great.
No, that is a well-established rule that, I mean, obviously if they miss the base, that's a problem, but I've never actually seen this prop up where the hitter surpassed a leading runner.
It's really hard to blame Turner in that situation because in a replay, he goes up and gets it, and then his glove turns around over the wall, so he can't see it fall out of the glove at all. It just looks like he snags it.
Yeah, that's just really an unfortunate situation.
Wow, Muncy, pure luck. That was a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, so Marquez is not completely in shambles yet, you know. Bit of luck on his side, though.
If this game somehow ends with the Rockies winning 4-3 or something, we're gonna remember the lost run because of that stupid base path rule.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I'd be mad if I was Bellinger. Like,
oh yeah.
Roy, did you see the question in chat for you?
no.
Mr. Matthew Penn, question for J. Roy. Would you trade Boehm if it guaranteed the Phillies making the playoffs?
No. You're talking about one season for Boehm's entire Hall of Fame career. No, I'm not going to. No. What kind of question is that? They're going to make the playoffs with or without him. I mean, come on now. There's levels to this, Peyton. Like, yeah, that would be nice. Okay, fine. But, like, yeah, it's not worth losing Boehm. If you told me we were getting rid of Kingery or something, that'd be different. But, like,
all right, how about this? You lose Boehm, you make the playoffs, you get Trevor Story.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'd probably be cool with that. I mean,
what happened to the Hall of Fame career?
Story's the same way, though. I mean, I definitely have to think twice about it. But like, if I'm being completely logical, then Story is an elite player, and being in the playoffs, that hasn't happened in a while.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do have a genuine question. I just noticed Marquez on his glove, on the thumb, has written "Easy Cheese." Is there a story behind this?
I have not noticed that. He might just like easy cheese.
It's
man.
hard to notice because
it wants to throw easy cheese.
It's hard to notice because it's purple text on a black glove, but it says "Easy Cheese."
Probably a All right, a quick Google search says Marquez's 8-month-old son is named Damien, but his nickname is Easy Cheese.
Ah.
That's the price you pay when you have a dad who could throw a 79-mile-an-hour fastball at age 13. So apparently this has been around for a little bit, but it's his son.
I like it.
Cool.
See, his son, 8-month-old in March of 2019. So
right.
To almost.
By the way, another connection here between the Rockies and the Expos. Not Rockies and Toronto. Sorry, is Dante Bichette and Bo Bichette. So a lot of Rockies parallels with the Rocky connection with the Canadian teams here.
Oof. Marquez is getting squeezed on this zone.
Yeah, that was a rough call.
He should have slipped the ump at 20 before the game.
Who is the crew today? That's a good question.
That is a good question. I have no idea.
Let me get it here.
Looks like Rays Marlin. Looks like a home plate is Bill Welke, I think is how you say that. First base, Chris Conroy. Pat Hoberg at second. Ben May at third. So no major offenders there.
No, yeah, not really. No Angel Hernandez is no.
No Cowboys. No, Mr. Hernandez is taking on the D-backs Padres.
Who's starting for the Padres tonight?
I would imagine you or Snell, right?
Probably Snell. I think so. Oh, wait. Padres are already going.
Oh, yeah, they started at the same time, didn't they? Yeah, you is going.
Yeah, that's right.
Versus Mad Bum.
Crucial inning right here for Nola, man. Top 6. Bad feeling about this one.
Cardinals have been eating Luis Castillo alive today.
No kidding.
6 hits, 6 earned, 1 walk in 3 innings.
I think it'll be. I haven't been paying too much attention to the game, but I think it'll be very interesting to go back and see what they're hitting off of.
Yep, definitely.
I wonder if they're catching up to the fastball, if hell's frozen over and the changeup's not working for Castillo.
I mean, so it looks. Just even looking at the raw box score here, I mean, 4 of the hits have come from Goldie and Arenado. They're both 2 for 2.
Oh, good Lord.
So, I mean, that's a big source of this.
So I just started an article 32 seconds ago. Arenado hitting 1,000 on the season.
Nice.
But I mean, at the same time, 6 of the 9 Cardinals hitters have already scored a run.
Who is exempt?
Tommy Edman, Justin Williams, and Flaherty, the pitcher.
Well, your leadoff guy probably isn't. You shouldn't want one of those guys to be him.
Yeah, generally, I mean, you'd like Tommy Edman to at least have gotten on base once already, but here we are.
Oh, unlucky flip for Nola.
What? What happened?
It looked like an error at first. My eyes flicked over just it was happening here.
Yeah, my feed is not updated to see that yet. Was it Freeman hitting or?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Let me see here. Let's see. Looks like a little squibber hit to Hoskins. Oh, bobbled by Reese and then flipped to Nola. Should have been an out, but Nola just kind of threw his hands up and it flew over. I don't know. That was so weird. Not sure how to describe that one. Certainly should be some sort of error. Not sure on who though, because
yeah, I think they're calling it. Let me see what the box score says.
Because it was bobbled by Reese, and then Nola looked like didn't even try, or just a terrible, terrible flip by Hoskins.
Safe at first on throwing error by first baseman Hoskins. Freeman safe at second. Acuna safe at third. Oh, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
Now he goes 2-0 on Ozuna. Oh, my gosh.
So Kersh averaging 11 pitches an inning. Filthy.
Yeesh.
Whoa.
Coming out that 75-mile-an-hour curve was beautiful.
Whoa. Did y'all see that? Maybe not.
Oh, you mean over Betts' head?
Yeah, that looked like a terrible route.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it just carried. I don't.
Yeah, that's worth a rewind, I think.
Looked like an uncharacteristically bad route taken from Mookie.
It looked like he took a step to the left before cutting back right from what I can see on the replay.
Yeah, I just feels like that's a play he makes.
Yeah.
All right. So official scoring on that Cody Bellinger home run, then running by Josh Turner. It's a single, and then he ran into an out.
All right.
Which is a real sadness for my fantasy baseball team.
Sadness for his Woba also.
What was that?
Sadness for his Woba also.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Actually, I guess also OPS is going to be a little ticked off by that one.
Gonna be hurting.
Oh boy.
Squeeze.
Looks
bunt.
like the Dodgers are doing 3 hours of bunt practice tomorrow.
Yeah, that was not good.
No. Yikes.
Have we ever really applauded Muncy for his defensive prowess, though?
Not to my knowledge.
Let me check him out here on see what his Statcast metrics look like defensively.
Oof.
Marquez not doing himself any favors.
Oh, sir.
All right. Muncy has had -5 outs above average or more or less in each of his, or in 2 of the 3 full seasons he has played.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
quality. And one of those quote unquote full seasons was 2020. He had -6 outs above average last year.
Looks like Nola worked around Ozuna, got him to line out.
Yep.
And the K to finish it off.
Yeah, Garneau, let's go. 6 innings, 6 Ks, 0 earned for the 2021 NL Cy Young Award winner.
There it is. One of those hot takes we were talking about. So what do we think about this whole narrative about the 2020, 21, 21-ish Dodgers being one of the all-time great ball clubs? I'm curious to hear other people's takes on that or opinions.
Say it again.
The narrative of the either last year's or this year's Dodgers being one of the greatest ball clubs to ever be assembled.
I'm on board with it for sure.
I say they definitely have had the potential to do so. I would say that last year's Dodgers are the best team to have ever been assembled. I mean, they simply just. I think in order to really be part of that conversation, you really got to be pushing that wins record.
So, if they say they make a run at the wins record this year and go back to back, what is your opinion there?
If they go back to back and win at least 110 games this year, that's 110 a real conversation. I mean, what's the record's 114, correct? 116? 116.
Yeah, I think it's 116.
So I mean, you got to get within at least 6 games of that to be in the conversation of being the best ever. I mean, to me, that you got to be pushing the all-time wins record and win a World Series to be one of the best teams ever. Because before the Mariners set the 116 record, obviously they didn't win the series that year. The record was, I believe, 114 from the Cubs when they did win the series. I might be mistaken there, though. Or, no, was it the Spiders? It was the Spiders, wasn't it?
We got a special guest here.
Special guest?
Gardner double. Juicy rake. Over on the Padres.
By the way, yes. Go ahead.
Nope, after you.
Oh, I was gonna say. By the way, yes, it was the 1906 Cubs who had 116 wins, also. But I they did not win the World Series that year.
Fuentes is literally putting the team on his back. Like, double play machine, getting hits, putting him on top. What can't this man do besides beat Nolan Arenado? Like, physically.
It's a nice piece of hitting, though. Nice little inside-out motion.
Great piece of hitting.
So,
That's a solid knock.
When you're Nolan Arenado's cousin, and anytime your name is uttered, like Josh Fuentes, Arenado's cousin, like, you got to play with a chip on your shoulder, right? Like, you can't just be your own player.
Oh, yeah.
How pissed off do you have to be at all times?
You have to be on your guard always. I mean, it's like, it's hard to imagine Bronny James in a couple years. What are the expectations going to be on him?
Right.
Like, that's exactly kind of, it's not nearly as significant because it's not, his son or anything like that. It's his cousin. But it definitely similar.
I was going to say a little bit earlier, Padres D-backs, Ketel Marte, 2 for 2 with a run scored off of Darvish.
Also, Max Muncy mentioned his outs above average total earlier. That ranks in the 1 percentile.
All right. It sounds like my ACT scores.
So, not good. I will be right back.
Cool, we got a couple interleague matchups going on. How many teams do you think we will have that hit 100 wins this season? Because I think we've got more than a couple.
Let me look. Good question. So, let's see. Let me pull up all the teams here.
Okay, so
I could see.
Dodgers, Padres,
Right.
Yankees.
Yep. If the White Sox go on some sort of miracle run.
Okay, I kind of like them as a dark horse pick for that. I kind of like them.
Same thing. If everybody stays healthy and everybody performs at like maximum capacity, the Mets could potentially.
I was thinking the Mets. I honestly think the Braves have a shot at it too.
For sure.
The Braves are definitely candidates this year. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe 6.
Mm-hmm. Mick, I don't know if you heard the question, but I was asking like who all we think could win 100 games.
100 games. Obviously, Dodgers, Yankees, top of that list. Padres are certainly candidates as well.
For sure.
Braves, I would say, are probably do win 100 games. If not, they get really, really close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a good shot.
Like you guys said, one of the 3 of Washington, Philly, Mets could all pull it off. If any one of them is capable of staying healthy. And all their players play at peak. They have the talent. I just don't know that it's a likelihood that any of them get there.
Yeah, I think the Phillies could get to 100 wins.
I think they have the talent. I just don't think it's a likelihood they get there. I would say that.
Oh, real quick update from Heyman per our lovely moderator Peyton. The Nats rather have multiple positives, delaying the season and the Mets season. So.
Oh.
That's
start. I thought a majority of the teams had gotten vaccinations by now, at least.
I don't think.
I mean, if they
really, I don't have they.
I know the Cardinals got vaccinated entirely.
Yeah. Maybe a geographic thing. Also, if the Nats are just now sick, then they've probably had it for a bit.
Right.
So I'm not sure how. I'm not a epidemiologist here, but I don't know if getting a vaccination after it's already in your body is helpful.
If you're already sick, or if you've already contracted the virus, then getting a vaccination wouldn't help you out with that.
Then yeah, they've probably had it if they're just now they're just now showing symptoms.
That's very possibly the case. Yes. No, you're absolutely right. That very well could be the case.
If you want to be entertained for a little bit, John Heyman tweeted that the Nets had multiple positives. If you're looking for something to do, I would recommend going to read the comments of that tweet.
Oh, geez.
It's a good read.
Oh, geez.
Rangers Royals, neither pitcher recorded 5 outs.
Oof.
Not really.
It's 6-5, and it's the top of the second.
Got Buck with a home run.
Gracious. Gibson made it. How many pitches did that man throw?
Brad Keller went 51 pitches in an inning and a third. Gibson went 32 pitches in a third of an inning.
Yep, 1 out recorded, 5 earned. Yikes. Good for a 1.35 ERA.
That is a fun way to start your year. How about Nate Lau with 4 RBIs already on the year? A 3 RBI double and a single that scored David Dahl.
We call that pace. That is pace.
Who's your guys' candidate for kind of a best bounce back player of the year? Somebody who kind of had a disappointing 2020, injured 2020, coming back and having a big year this year.
He kind of got a little bit of a head start on it, but I think Gary can really turn things around because he was pretty terrible last year. And already this year I think he had a home run and I think he got another hit. And I think Gary would probably be my pick.
The Kraken.
It's not a bad spot, not a bad pick at all. Personally, my pick's going to be Luke Weaver.
Okay.
I mean, he was really starting to come. He was really starting to come out in Arizona until he had that injury, and I think after that injury, everybody kind of just forgot who he was. Maybe I'm wrong, but
let's see. Good question. It might be a cop out, but for obvious reasons, the first guy that comes to mind is Nolan.
I'd argue that is a little bit of a cop-out. I think he was one of those guys that was simply just slightly detrimented by the short season and all that.
Which is why I led with this is a cop-out. But
yeah. No, again, I get it. But
trying to think harder. A little consideration here. What do we think, chat? Bounce back player of the year?
Carter. Since when has Hedges Dribble Cabrera a Diamondback? Robles and Josh Bell. Josh Bell is a brilliant candidate for a bounce back season.
Yeah, I think Josh Bell's sick.
It's a great
one of my favorite YouTube channels put up a brilliant video the other day about why he is primed for a bounce back this year.
How many teams has Dribble Cabrera played for now?
Oh, that is
nine.
Such a good question.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess 7 is like the Bartolo Colon of infielders.
Like the Octavio Dotel of infielders.
Yeah, I was about to say we're pushing Octavio Dotel territory here.
How many was he on? Like 15?
Well, actually, no. Edwin Jackson set the record. He's got 16.
Oh, yeah.
Octavio Dotel, I want to say, had 13 or 14.
Man. Played for half the league.
I got to find that video about Josh Bell again, because that was a solid video and definitely worth a check out.
Man, Goldschmidt is just eating up Castillo today. 3 for 3. 2 runs.
By the way, the channel for that Josh Bell video is Sportstorm on YouTube. Great video about why Josh Bell is probably going to have comeback. Is probably going to be the bounce back player of the year.
Well, the Nationals are sure betting on it.
Actually, you know what? Might be able to just do this.
Probably just throw that bad boy in chat.
What was that?
Probably just throw the link in chat.
That's exactly what I was doing. Oh, the Dodgers game finally ended. Not Dodgers. Yankees.
So you predicted around 90-ish pitches for Marquez, right?
I did. We're gonna see.
So now that we're approaching that precipice, are you still confident that this is going to be it for him?
This is probably his last inning. I don't think he's I don't know. How many hits? He's given up 6 hits and 6 walks. Yeah, he's coming out after this inning. If they don't pull him right here.
Crazy they have the lead right now.
That's what I'm saying, is that he's only given up 1 run, but he's had 12 base runners in 4 innings. That's not easy to deal with by any measure.
Fuentes' DRS is going to be like 6 in the first game of the season. Wow, Aaron Nola is really going to throw 7 innings of no-hit ball.
Well, he's given up a couple hits.
Did I say no hit? I meant no run.
Oh,
okay.
My bad.
I'll take it either way.
I would have freaked out more if he threw 7 innings of no hit ball.
Although Tampa and Miami have a 2-hit and a 1-hit game going against each other right now. They threw 5 innings. Where did I see that? Where'd it go?
Yeah, Nola's thrown 80 pitches so far. I'm going to need him to go one more because I don't want more than 1 inning with that bullpen.
Ooh, as Hosmer goes deep for the Dads. Oh, spring cleaning day.
Jesus Aguilar is the only Marlin with a hit. Randy Arozarena and Brandon Lau are the only 2 Rays with a hit.
Dang it, Ethan, you had to say something. He just gave up a double.
Broadcaster's curse every time, baby.
9 runs for the Cardinals, not even through 4 innings yet.
You can't say that kind of stuff midday. Gotta wait till the lights are off. Yeah, man. I might have to go back and watch that whole game, see what's not working for Castillo, because that is extremely out of character.
Yeah, Castillo is probably, he may be the one pitcher in the NL Central who I really do not enjoy watching the Cardinals face. He's a tough matchup normally, but obviously something's going on today where the Cardinals are just seeing it like a beach ball.
It's going to be a baseball savant dive to see
oh yeah, big time.
See what's going on there.
Clearly, Goldschmidt likes hitting out of the 2 spot, though.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I'd say that's a successful experiment so far. 3 for 3 for Goldie, 2 for 3 for Arenado.
Like I said, I was a big fan of this from the start. I think it's a brilliant idea to get your 3 best players as many ABs as possible.
Agreed there.
I mean, Goldie, Arenado, and DeYoung need to be at the plate as much as possible.
And I imagine...
And that's not going to happen if DeYoung's hitting 5.
Right. And earlier this season, when Young was heating up, he was talking about how it was sort of a mental thing from Schilt that allowed him, that helped him to heat up. Just hearing that, you're our guy.
Right.
So putting him in that 4-hole, that's how else can you show that you're our guy?
My only question is, how the hell did he not know that already?
Oh, Ethan, come on, bud.
What'd I do?
2-run home run for Sandoval.
There it is.
Oh,
tie her up.
Wait, Sandoval is in
Pablo.
Oh yes, the panda. I was hoping you meant Pablo. I wanted to be sure.
Watching him jiggle around the bases. Oh
yes.
Homie really doesn't change, does he? Like every year.
Pinch hit bomb too.
Homie goes to a new team. The trainers are like, "What do you think of this nutrition plan?" And he's like, "I really like Modelo." Like, I love myself a Heineken.
Oh my god. Now we were talking about the pitcher equivalent of Bartolo Colon, or the hitter equivalent of Bartolo Colon.
For sure.
I mean, Pablo Sandoval might embody that better than anyone.
Panda spends his off seasons on a yacht.
Now Archie Bradley comes in.
I think Charlie Blackmon's beard got bigger.
Even though never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Okay. Okay, well, we're fine. Even though Kirsch has given up 2 off of some rookie stuff, staying super duper efficient. 38 through 3.
Yeah. Blackman thought that one was gone.
It almost was.
I thought about it for about a hot sec. There's one guy, you see him along the edge of the stands that was also just absolutely convinced that went around the pole. His arms went straight up, beer in the sky, just, let's go.
That's Sandy bomb. Top 5 in today's exit velos. 111 off the bat, 407 feet.
Wow.
Top velo today from Vladdy Jr. 114.1. Kind of a humorous top pitch velocity chart too. 4 of the 5 spots are Tyler Glass now. So 100.6, 99.7. Garrett Cole snuck in there, 99.5. Then Tyler again, 99.4, 99.3.
I'm just hoping that we don't have to see Jordan Hicks on that list today.
That's true.
Although I have heard that he's dropped a couple miles an hour after his surgery.
He's only throwing 101.
Something like that, yeah. I'm curious if it's just him getting stretched out again,
right?
As opposed to actually lost velocity. Who knows? We'll see. I'm sure he'll probably add at least 1 or 2 miles an hour back to it over the course of this year.
Well, I'm sure we won't need Hicks as Tyler O'Neill hits a long home run to left field.
Oh God. Beautiful.
Looks like Andrew Miller's going to get some work today.
Bro, Canada. All right. I'm curious what you guys think about this topic, because I think it's arguably the most interesting free agent coming up this offseason. Noah Syndergaard. Where do you think he's going?
When's the last time we saw him throw a baseball?
That's a good question.
And I mean that with zero sarcasm.
No, it's honestly a good question. I'm looking that up right now.
Last appearance, 2019. So he made it, let's see, 192 innings, or 197.2 innings in 2019.
I mean, his last game was on September 29th of 2019.
Nice little play right there from Seager. I guess you'll all see it in a second.
Yep, right now. Nice.
Wow. That was a cannon of a throw.
So let's see, where is Syndergaard slotted in the rotation?
He's I would imagine when healthy, he's probably number 2 behind DeGrom, right?
You don't think Stroman makes it before Noah?
Personally, I would put Syndergaard above Stroman, but I completely understand the argument against that. I would not fault anyone for putting Stroman above Syndergaard at this point, given that he spent a year and a half without throwing.
So say he returns in June, which is kind of the timetable.
Right.
June, July, August, September, part of October.
Okay.
You got 4 months of
now.
I wouldn't even call it like 4 months of genuine like exposure.
And you're right. He's not going to be his real self.
Because either it could go either way, where he has a 0.0 ERA and he strikes out the world and then he regresses, or he could have the worst season in the world and then come back next year as a bounce back guy.
So let's say he pitches. Let's go half a season, okay, just for sake of ease of argument, okay? That means that, and if he went at his career rate for about half a season, that would be about 2 WAR over a half season. And again, that's assuming that he has had no degradation of anything over the past couple of years of not pitching. What does 2.1 WAR get you, and how many teams are actually interested in that for the price tag that he's going to come with?
I could see a Mets re-sign.
I could see the Mets re-signing him, but I
don't think he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get full value on the free agent market. He's going to get underpaid by anybody who signs him. So, if the Mets give him an offer, if everybody's going to underpay him, I'd rather be underpaid by my franchise than anybody else.
Honestly, I know I may be a bit biased, but I think the Cardinals would honestly be a good fit for him.
Would he be a good fit for St. Louis?
I mean, the Cardinals have a lot of prospects at pitching, but at the same time, they've shown no hesitation in trading away pitching prospects for hitting talent.
So then the next question is, I hate being that guy because I think it's an annoying question, but in terms of like personality fit,
I think that I think he fits well into Cardinals as far as personality goes. He hasn't shown himself to be a cocky player by any measure.
Just kind of the jawing on Twitter and stuff doesn't seem like a...
Okay, maybe I missed a little bit of that. I guess I don't believe I actually follow him on Twitter, so I don't think I've seen a lot of his Twitter activity or anything like that. But, I mean, honestly, even that's not super against what the Cardinals have really become over the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're seeing Cardinals fans being a lot more accepting of Jack Flaherty, who's the same way.
Right. No, for sure.
And, I mean, not only is Jack Flaherty confrontational on social media, he's not afraid to even, bring forth his political ideology, despite the fact that his political ideology goes against, let's be honest, the majority of people in the St. Louis area. So I don't think that's entirely a deal breaker at this point. And honestly, again, I think he would look fantastic in Cardinal red.
That was a weird little inside-out swing from Belly.
Hey, a hit's a hit.
Taking it the other way. Line drive in the scorebook.
Fucking gorgeous. I just saw that Sandoval hit all over.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
It was such a good swing, though. Sorry to swear. I've been trying to hold it back, but that one, in the moment, it was too good.
Rockies pitchers not having fun with the zone today.
No, they've been a little strict on these guys. Now look at that. I was damn near exactly correct. Herman with the pitch count. Kershaw is only at 44 right now through 4, so he has maintained 11 pitches per.
Yeah, literally perfectly from the first inning on.
From the first inning, yeah. Except I think he had a slight deviation at the third inning. I think he was
second, third, yeah.
Dude's a pro.
He did have 22 through 2, though.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. 11 pitches per inning would get you a complete game in every appearance.
Oh, not quite. That's a base running by Belly there. I'm super excited to see a full season of Gavin Lux.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. Oh, okay, yeah, that base running just came through. That doesn't count as a stolen base, though, does it?
Pass ball.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine that's a pass ball.
Oof. That was kind of filthy.
That was a tough pitch right there.
Oh, that was kind of disgusting.
Again, just me worrying about my fantasy team.
Am I talking about that pitcher's facial hair? You'll never know.
Muncie going with the bright orange sunglasses. Bold choice.
Oh, another one.
So who did the Dodgers really lose from that World Series roster that was like a core part? I mean, Kike Hernandez went to the Sox. There was some shuffling in the bullpen.
Is Chris Taylor still there?
He's currently batting, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's still on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was trying to think
he's not going to be.
You said that.
He's
not.
not.
Wait a minute. Who's that bat?
He's not going to be the primary catcher for most of this year. Keibert Ruiz will probably start more games than he will at catcher, and I doubt Taylor will honestly start many games on the infield.
I mean, Chris Taylor's kind of moving into that Hernandez role now.
Oh, he absolutely is going to take over Kike's role simply because he can play 8 positions on the field.
Probably 9 if we're pushing it.
Yes, in the same way that what's his name was able to play 9 positions in one game. Austin Romine. Or was that Andrew?
It looks like I don't think Chris Taylor has any innings pitched, unfortunately.
Was it Austin or Andrew Romine that played all 9 positions in one game?
I would take that question to Google.
I'm working on it.
Oh, man.
Andrew Romine. He was one of 5 players to have played all 9 positions in a single game.
There it is. You can't really blame Taylor for that strikeout because he just missed with the fastball in the same spot, and that was called a ball.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, that's...
No,
Taylor
that's...
did exactly what he was supposed to do.
And, again, we've been saying it. They've been squeezing the Rockies pitchers all game. So to take a really close pitch like that is completely justified.
Props to Gonzalez for painting the fastball in the corner and then putting what looked like a slider in the same spot.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Beautiful pitch. Really a gorgeous pitch. Maybe not as much movement as you'd like to see, but still perfect placement.
Woo.
I'm not super familiar with tie ball game, baby.
Yep, first hit with a runner in scoring position for them.
So that actually kind of leads into the question I was going to ask. I'm not familiar even a little bit with the Rockies bullpen. How much depth is there, if either of you know? Is Gonzalez a longer relief guy? Are they going to have to start digging? Is it just going to be a baton pass at the end of the game here? What's the?
I'm not entirely sure. Let me take a look here.
I'm woefully unprepared when it comes to the Colorado Rockies.
I'm not super familiar with their roster either, to be honest. I mean, you and I are both Cardinals fans, so that's fair to be honest. It looks like their 2 best options out of the bullpen right now are Daniel Bard and Michael Givens.
Of course, yeah.
Now, I will say they do have Ben Bowden up for the first time this year, who is a prospect that I've been high on for a long time. I think I've for about 3 or 4 years, I've been following Bowden, believing that he was going to wind up being a very, very good MLB reliever. And he's finally given his chance to, play in an MLB bullpen. So hopefully he'll get a chance to kind of demonstrate his abilities, whether that be today or not. $11 to 4 right now in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Carlson 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs and a walk.
Everybody all over Twitter was saying he was going to be the first Redbird with a bomb this season, and looks like everybody's right.
I am so happy to see that home run. Honestly, just like that's even if he's only average this year by league standards, that's a good year for Dylan Carlson. He's very young and, taken off all of last year with no minor leagues. Again, him even being average by MLB standards is beyond expectations, I think, for the Cardinals.
No cap, kind of wishing we were watching this Rangers-Royals game. They're in the bottom of the third, 8-6 Rangers.
Jesus. That sounds like a college baseball game.
Just good old-fashioned small ball. Hit, walk, hit, walk. Over in San Diego, how often do you think they're going to use Caratini for pitchers who aren't named Yu Darvish?
Very little.
Probably not super often.
Because he's 2 for 2 on the day.
Is he really?
With 3 ribbies.
Kind of surprising.
I will be right back.
All right.
Looks like he maxed out at 90.7 on the fastball. Or no, I'm sorry, that was his average. 92 was his max.
Apparently, there were 2 nationals that have tested positive, and a likely positive third one who is still in testing, awaiting results, but they are in quarantine. And both of the positive tests were already in quarantine.
All right, play some bets.
Take that how you will.
Play some bets. Let's see.
I wonder what the leash will be like with Clayton today. Because I feel like he's kind of getting into dicey territory as far as 200 now.
Maybe. I mean, like I said, he's only about 50 pitches in. And like I said earlier, I think that he's kind of on the same leash as I would imagine that he normally is, which is as long as he is pitching decently, it's his decision when to come out.
I think even if he lets a couple runs go here, they'll let him finish the inning.
Right.
Oh no. I think he had him at third.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
What happened? The broadcast said it was No, he had a grip on the ball. He was not bobbling it.
Just poor defensive IQ, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he absolutely. That for sure. May have even turned two if it would have been close.
Who was that hitting?
There's the Muncie's 1st percentile defense again.
I was just about to say, I think if they get anything hit into the left side of the infield, they'll be okay.
You mean for the Rockies or Dodgers?
The Dodgers. I think if Tapia hit it anywhere towards the left side of the infield, I think Kershaw could have gotten out of the inning unscathed.
Unless it was in that big hole between.
They were pretty overly shifted, yeah. I just saw that. High curveball. Ballsy.
Fuentes was about half an inch from taking that yard.
Whoa! Y'all better see something here.
I think I'm slightly behind.
I know I am.
Oh. Oh, Lord, why?
That was so rough to watch.
That hurt.
That's tough, man.
That's
here
it comes. Oh no.
That's not even really like a tough in between hop.
No. Oh my God.
I promise Corey Seager is just having like like PTSD flashbacks to his little league coach screaming, "Get your glove down!" Absolutely berating this child.
That was.
His face.
Oh my god.
Pain.
He simply just started thinking about the throw.
He was thinking about dinner, man. He wasn't even thinking about baseball. Like he was thinking about what restaurant he's going out to. Hey, Mick, you remember how you mentioned earlier about how almost everybody in the Cardinal lineup had scored a run except for Flair and Molina or someone else, and Justin Williams?
Edmund, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Flaherty scored a run.
Yep.
He's drawn
I'm seeing that.
walks.
So is Edmund. So Williams is the only one without a run at this point.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, as much as I've been a proponent of him making the MLB team, I'm not terribly surprised by that. He's... Honestly, by about halfway to 3/4 through the season, he will be 100% ready for MLB play, provided that he doesn't wind up just being, one of those quadruple A players. But he's just like a half inch short of that right now. Which definitely explains his 0 for 3 day.
Long single.
Yeah.
What a throw, though, from left field.
No, yeah, he came at it at like a perfect angle too. That was a nice job getting that one.
Yeah, that was a really, really good play by the left fielder. I'm trying to figure out who that is out there in left.
Is that Taylor?
That's who it looks like, but not 100%. Yeah, Taylor's in left field today. Oh, you know what? I did forget the Dodgers have Austin Barnes. So I guess Taylor's kind of the third catcher this year, isn't he?
The Dodgers dropping the first game of the season to the Rocks was not something I had on the bingo card.
No, I'm with you on that. Granted, I also didn't expect the Dodgers to have 2 runs on 8 hits and 6 walks. Or the Rockies, sorry. Out of curiosity, how long do you think it is before Keibert Ruiz winds up making his debut for the Dodgers? He's their number one prospect. You know, I believe the number 2 catching prospect in all of baseball. But at the same time, the Dodgers have 3 other players on their current roster who are capable of playing catcher.
Mm-hmm.
All of which are players that the Dodgers view as keystone players to their success.
Well, he had himself a heck of a spring.
Yeah.
5 for 6 over 4 games.
But at the same time, you have Austin Barnes, Will Smith, and Taylor that can all play catcher as well.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think Taylor has been erased from the catcher conversation at this point.
Yeah, 100%.
He was great as a backup, but they have 3 other guys who are capable of playing the position that hit as well as him. There's no reason for him to be playing catcher at this point. Do you disagree?
Not at all.
J-Roy?
I don't know on that one, honestly. It's a good question. I was too enamored over here by Kershaw actually battling at the plate.
Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful sight.
Yeah, he puts some. He's out there fighting.
As those of you who will come to watch the coming Ephus Anomaly series on YouTube will come to learn, I love pitchers who rake.
Oh, speaking of.
I'm gonna have to refresh my feed or something. Getting all these spoilers.
Yeah, no, that was my bad.
No, I know. I'm gonna have to do the same thing at the next.
Way.
I'm doing the same thing at the next commercial break. Like I'm tired of being about 10 seconds behind you guys.
Dude is on a mission.
Can you guys believe we missed an entire year of pitchers hitting? Unbelievable.
I know, right?
Yeah, it sickens me to be
Just
completely
It's so sad.
God, I can't wait for the DH.
As much as I love watching pitchers hit, I really do want to see universal DH.
Nah, I'm kind of indifferent at this point.
Ethan, you're also an NL fan. What do you think?
Yeah, I need, as much as I love Waino hitting doubles,
right?
I also love anybody else hitting anything.
Not to mention, like, the Cardinals could probably use that spot at this point.
It would have made things so much easier too if like this whole like outfield Justin Williams, Lane Thomas conversation. It's just like, I mean, he can DH.
You got that. You got, I mean, John Nagowski, who really put up a hell of a case during spring. I mean, honestly, there's
Kershaw coming home. Is he rounding third?
There's at least 1 or 2 prospects in the Cardinals system who are solely capable of playing DH, namely Luke and Baker.
Those corn-fed.
Mookie roped that one.
Luke and Baker is definitely one of those corn-fed DH boys.
Oh my God, the Dodgers are cowards for not sending Kershaw.
Yeah, probably would have sent him there.
I don't care if he
would have been a fun play.
Achilles tendon. He's going home on that ball. Tear your UCL, tear your ACL. Shoe's a shoe. I don't care. You're going home on that ball, buddy. Oh, Mookie got a new necklace.
Swing. I absolutely love Mookie's swing technique. Just so smooth.
So I guess my question has been answered. Gonzalez is going in as long relief.
Yeah, 32 pitches.
Manager handed the ball and said, "It's all you, buddy."
What were the other options for Gonzalez this year?
What was the question?
I said, what were the other options for Gonzalez this year?
No idea.
Because, I mean, it sounded like you didn't really know exactly what he was going to be put in as a role.
Specifically in this outing.
Right.
I was curious. I didn't know if if it was going to be a bullpen game, like a baton pass type situation, or if he was going to go multiple.
My bad. That was just me misunderstanding you.
Corey Seager is 6'5".
What?
He didn't look it.
What the heck?
How tall is his brother?
How tall is Bellinger? I know Bellinger's super tall.
Oh yeah, Bellinger's like 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4". Wow, Seager's taller than Bellinger.
Okay, Corey Seager's 6'4" too, so that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, the broadcast lied to me.
I didn't realize Corey Seager was that. Oh wait, no, not Corey.
Kyle is 6 foot.
Okay, Corey's listed as 6'4" on Baseball Reference.
Yeah.
Kyle Seager's
I didn't realize he was quite that tall. Big boy.
How much older is Kyle Seager than Corey? Kyle Seager's 33. Corey's 20. Okay, yeah, so 6 years. About the same as me and my little brother.
Except Kyle's making $540,000.
He's making league minimum.
Wonder what his actual contract is.
No way he's making league minimum right now.
No.
No, I know. I know the Mariners gave him a pretty friendly contract. Yeah, he's making $18 million this year.
Yeah. Wow, that is very friendly.
Yeah, I mean, so it was a hey, we fucked you over during your arbitration years. Let's give you some money to make up for it type deal. Because let's be honest, he was ridiculously underpaid during his arbitration.
This year we'll put him over the 10-year service time bar as well.
Not that he's actually going to enact the 5-10 rule. I mean, I don't see the Mariners trading him, and I don't see him requesting a trade. So I don't think the 5-10 rule even matters for him. To me, he seems like a guy who's never going to leave Seattle.
Mm-hmm. The Royals even it up with Texas 8-8 in the bottom of the fourth.
Whew.
There's a lot of baseball to be played there. Oh boy. Wow. Wow.
What a throw.
It's a heads up throw.
Great one. Not even think about home.
Right.
Wow. Unbelievable play. I know the run counted, but like still
put a stop to the inning.
Yeah, like
Got out of it.
he knew he wasn't going to get him at home, so you may as well just get the out.
That's when you have like a crazy overhead view of the field in your mind, and you just have like excellent positioning awareness.
I mean, there was really no way he was going to get home, so that brilliant throw. I didn't realize the luxury tax actually went up this year.
Oof. Astros Athletics 10 p.m. I am not jealous of that 10 p.m. crew.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm listed as like an alternate for that one, but that's not happening.
It's like those times when your boss is like, "Hey, can you come in and cover shift?" It's like, I'm already drinking. Like, can't come in."
Fortunately, I don't have to work in somewhere I can get called in like that.
Looks like Atlanta and Philly going to extra innings too.
Oh, really?
Well, as long as the Phillies don't do something silly here.
Okay.
Oh, Roy Williams retired.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what that throw velocity was.
Yeah, I really wish that you could that they showed those more in real time, and that it was easier to find online.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best thing that StatCast tracks, but the one that they don't actually give to the public.
Oh, if Seager got there, I would have flipped. Oof, the Buccos taking out the Cubs 5-3 is not a good start for Chicago, I would venture to say.
Especially not when the other team that they lost to publicly admits to going into the rebuild.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm not seeing Kershaw making it out of this inning.
Not at all. Unless he can get a 1-2 right here.
He needs a bouncer here to help him out.
I'm feeling a triple play. First of the year. Please be a righty. Please be a righty. Please be a righty. Please be a righty.
You know, ironically, we were talking about this earlier, but we were saying that if it happened, J. Roy would know about it like a minute and a half after the rest of us.
It's a righty. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Inside? Oh. Wow. That should be it for Kirsch, right?
Oh, jeez. Get this guy out of there.
Man, if they had just been playing middle in, I would have been right to him.
That was like a middle fastball. I'm not sure where he was going, what he was going for there. Wow, going right back to work. Good for him. Oh, still came off the bat. The tag.
Great throw, though.
That was a good throw.
Oh. I think so far the winner for pitching performance of the day goes to Tyler Glass now. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 6 Ks.
Yeah, he was dominant.
And now the pitcher who doesn't blink, Pete Fairbanks, in. Man, where was that ball that he swung at?
At his eyes.
Hold up. Has Trevor Story been thrown out on the base paths today twice? It looks like he's right now on Baseball Reference. It looks like he's been caught stealing and picked off.
When did he get picked off?
I don't remember a pickoff attempt.
Unless they have this written in very poorly, and the caught stealing and pickoff are the same thing.
Might be it.
It very well might be the same thing because I know they can count as the same, but again, it may just be written on ESPN very poorly. I remember the caught stealing, but there you guys go. You were right.
Wait, are they gonna pull him right here?
No, never mind. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be a weird time to pull him.
Diaz was just
No, I know. I saw the mound visit, and I figured, hey, maybe they're pulling him here.
At this point, like you've already done the damage, man.
You guys, by the time I said that, you guys probably already saw that throw out at home there.
It's kind of wild that after all this, he's still only at 76 pitches.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's pitching in the zone. He's not trying to nibble.
Oh.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I think maybe now. Maybe now.
I probably agree with that.
All right, give me another 5 seconds to actually come through on my feet.
Yo, one more run and the Rockies get free tacos. Wait, no, is it 6?
Yeah, it's 6.
Let's go.
Wow.
Free tacos opening day, baby. Too bad I don't live in Colorado. That was at the letters.
How did that get through?
The commentators just don't.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his reaction's legitimate. They're literally just poking balls through the hole.
Yeah, dude just got BABIP to death.
No, I know,
these aren't good hits. Like a hit's a hit.
No, that's not it. No. I mean, that should have been grabbed by probably both the shortstop and third baseman on most plays.
As far as pitches go, he was hitting spots. His velo wasn't down. His pitches were moving. He was doing everything he should have been doing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh,
I really didn't see him only lasting 77 pitches.
Averaging 90 on the fastball, capping out at 92. Slider looked maybe a little flat today. But otherwise, not a terrible performance. That CJ Cron single had an expected batting average of 200.
Was that the last one?
That last one had an expected batting average of 260.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, the Cron hit that started it. The first hit is a Rocky. It started the inning. 72 miles per hour. It was the exit velo. 200 was the expected batting average.
Come on. That's mean. Period. There's no other way to even describe that.
And then Chris Owings' hit was 96 off the bat, expecting batting average of just 480. Then Tapia there with the 260. Do you remember that triple that you were surprised that Mookie didn't get to?
Yeah.
Expecting batting average, .020.
Wow.
Not even 0.1.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And then that Herman Marquez, the bunt pop-up to Kershaw, had a higher expecting batting average than that triple.
Hold up, called that a triple for Betts.
Chris Owings, you mean?
Oh, Owings, sorry. My bad. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong side. Look at the wrong side there.
Wow. Yeah, just very unlucky for Kersh. Oh, Corey Knable.
Corey Knebel's in LA now? Completely forgot about that.
Came in, got the job done.
With cheddar cheese. I thought Fernando Tatis Jr. played for the Rockies for a second with the camera angle on Tapia there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just refreshed my feed. Hopefully, I'm actually caught up with the rest of you now. Will Myers has a home run and a walk already today. Zay Keener Falefa also putting up a pretty solid day down in Texas. with 1 for 2 with a walk and a double so far. Looking pretty solid.
In a bases loaded situation for Castellanos taking on Helsley in Cincinnati. Castellanos 2 for 3 today, so not too good for the Redbirds.
Why was Helsley the choice to go in there?
I haven't been paying attention, so couldn't tell you.
Don't get me wrong, like, he's not a bad pitcher. He's just, at this point, probably the worst out of the 8 Cardinals bullpen pitchers.
Is Castellanos wearing a hoodie? That's cool.
But puppy time. We got a dog joining us on stream.
Oh my goodness.
My puppy Yogi was very excited to join.
So bases loaded Castellanos there. Hits a hard liner to Carlson in center.
Yeah.
Catches it for 2 outs. Then Carlson throws it in. Tommy Edman tags out the guy at second. A double play.
Beautiful. Love
Scored
to
1
see
run,
it.
but got out of the inning.
Love to see it.
Oh, Jock Peterson, you're right.
All right,
I
gotta take this guy outside. I'll be right back.
Whoa. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That would have been unbelievable.
Dude, stories.
What was that? He like flipped it from his glove into his hand.
Yeah, it was a crazy play. Yep.
Oh,
Oh, was that on purpose, you think? Or
yes. Yes, I do think so.
dude looked like Troy Tulowitzki.
No, it was not on purpose. But still, that's awesome.
Luck's on base machine, man.
Yeah, that was a recovery.
Woo!
That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You see that?
Oh, that was so filthy.
That was sick.
Dude. I'm not even sure what to say about that one.
Back-to-back great plays.
That's like when you're watching like Top 10 on SportsCenter. It's like, all right, the number 3 play and the number 2 play.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, let's go. Gene Segura walk-off single. Let's go.
Poor Nola didn't get the win though.
Poor guy.
I wonder if the Rockies fans always cheer when they get to the mountains part. God bless America. Seemed rehearsed. I was just looking at this Cubs Pirates game because I was trying to figure out what happened there.
What's going on there?
The Cubs were held to 2 hits, 4 walks. Somehow Contreras got 0 hits and 0 walks and scored 2 runs.
Wait, what?
Uh huh.
Reach on air twice?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. The Pirates only have 2 errors. Frazier a fielding error and Stallings a throwing error, and so I guess that's how.
Might have been a couple of fielders' choices.
Mm,
Says he did strike out one time. Okay, yeah, he hit 3 times. Oh, that's weird.
right? But a 2-hit day. Baez 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Not what you want to see. Hayward also 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Not ideal.
Yeah, Hendricks wasn't very good.
I wonder when the last time he made it through more than, or less than 4 innings was.
Oh, what a play, Didi.
Remember when the Rockies had that Nolan guy? Yeah, I can't remember his last name either. It was started with an A. Oh man, I'll have to Google it. That dude, Josh Fuentes, though.
He's something.
Wow.
Mick, did you see those last 2 outs?
I don't believe I did.
Oh, buddy.
And by the way, who was playing center for Philly today? Because that was a fantastic throw home.
I think it was. Okay, it was Hazley, but I think Roman Quinn got subbed in.
I was going to say it looked like Roman Quinn. Yeah, it was Roman Quinn that made that throw.
Great.
That was unbelievable. Holy Jesus. Now, this is a nice little shift the Dodgers got going on right now. Ow! Knock it off.
Man, Nelson's trying to convince his sub that the righty batter side of the box is a strike. So hard.
My dog wants it.
So I guess Arizona just hit like 4 home runs in an inning or something.
Oh, really? Is that something that happened? 7-7 top 7 in that game. Wow.
Yeah, what happened to the 6-1 lead? This is some weird baseball today.
Yeah, it's been an interesting opening day.
Got bottom of the 9th heroics. Got 4 dongs in an inning.
Yeah, just the fact like that Bellinger play, like I've never seen anything like that.
That's super weird. Mookie Betts losing a ball in the sun or something.
Yeah, that still boggles my mind because like he took like such like a trash route to that, and that's like it's one of the premier outfielders ever. Like,
Yeah, you got me there. He had to have like just read it so wrong off the bat or something.
yeah, maybe it's just a weird force thing.
Oof. Man, of literally every game today, we picked potentially like one of the most. I wouldn't call this game boring. Maybe a little slow.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I mean, it weirdly paced, kind of.
Yeah, weirdly paced. That's a great way to put it. Wait, neither one of them got to that?
Yeah, that was a weird ball right there.
I feel like they both stopped. Cool curve. Weird swing. Huh. Wow. It was a long run. Long run. Whew. That was a slider.
All right, so obviously Bauer, Bueller, and Kershaw occupy the top three spots in the Dodgers rotation. Which of the other two spots do you give to Urias, May, and Price?
Mm,
Uh, I want to say Urias, but I don't know. Like he's not always been like super reliable in years past. So
I would normally give the 4 spot to Price because veteran and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, but we haven't seen him pitch in so long.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
And I mean, you have Tony Gonsolin right there too, who's equally capable of pushing for a rotation spot, and Jimmy Nelson could, if he really wanted to, push that as well. But I honestly don't think either of those guys can compare even with whoever you consider the bottom out of those other three.
Man.
I guess Jimmy Nelson's obviously coming out of the bullpen to start the year, but
2 for 4 day for Yelich. I hope we see a second MVP season from him. Should be third, but
You can't win them all.
nah, you can't win them all.
Dang. What a double un. BRB.
how many innings do you think Jimmy Nelson's going to wind up throwing this year?
That's a good question.
He had 3 straight seasons over 175 innings with Milwaukee from 2015 through 2017. Didn't pitch in 2018. Threw 20 innings in 2019, and then didn't pitch at all last year.
That's tough. I could probably see him clocking around 180-ish.
If he stays healthy, that's entirely possible. I mean, that's not out of the question. His career high is 179 and a third. So 180 is not out of the question as long as he's healthy. But if he's sitting in the Dodgers bullpen this year, he's not getting anywhere near that.
Yeah.
And I really don't see him breaking the rotation.
Yeah, that's true. It depends. It's super variable. It depends on a lot of things.
Yeah. Austin Barnes just coming out of the game, is it? Right there, is that?
I believe so.
They putting Smith in the game in his place?
Yep, looks like it.
Ethan, in case you missed it, they just subbed out Austin Barnes for Wilson.
Yeah,
there was a play at the plate, and he kind of got a little bit roughed up.
So he's a quitter.
Yeah.
Never would have flied at the high school level.
Nelson's not looking great right now. Again, he's another guy who hasn't thrown in a year and a half, so it's not surprising that he's maybe struggling a little bit right now. And there he goes.
Wait, when did they bring Matt Carpenter to the game? Why would you do that?
Whoa, what?
Matt Carpenter struck out swinging.
Who did he come in for?
They brought him in as a pinch hitter for Genesis Cabrera.
Yeah. Worst hitter in the league right there.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Genesis can't hit, and Carpenter, I'm guessing, is going to be truly tragic for most of this year.
Let's see. 0-1 was a 80-mile-an-hour curveball for a strike. Then 0-2 was an 80-mile-an-hour curveball for a strike. And then 0-3 was an 80-mile-an-hour curveball for a swinging strike.
Ugh.
3 straight curveballs. Looked at it, swung at it.
That sounds just
about
right.
One was like lower half of the zone middle. The second one was bottom of the zone inside on Carp. And then the last one was way out of the zone outside. Love that. Love that.
Literally just inside out or outside, inside, outside. Same pitch 3 times in a row. Not much to it.
This is like 6 months away. But I'm super curious about how the Dodgers are going to deploy their rotation and their bullpen in the postseason.
If they make it there.
You're right.
No, that's a really good question.
Can you imagine what like a game 6 or 7 situation, or even a game 3 or 4 or whatever could look like the back half? If it's like Kershaw, I don't know, something weird like Kershaw, May, Gonsolin.
Right.
Like in one game, Kershaw's got the first 5, passes it off to May, Gonsolin, and then.
You got
Kenley Jansen.
You still got Niebel and Jansen and Treinen to close it out in those last 3 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Blake Treinen. That's funny.
Jesus, how do you even compete with that bullpen?
You don't. You lose.
Corey Knebel looks pretty good here.
No, Knebel, he looked great. He did what Kershaw could not, and was get out of that 1 inning.
And look, Scott Alexander's a good pitcher too. He came into the game this inning. He's looked okay. Just now, I guess, but a couple pitches. But honestly, he's got some talent behind him, and has looked
no question.
pretty good over his time in the minors.
I think the thing about the Dodgers right now is that they can afford to not have you on the roster. So if you are on the roster, it's because you're like a damn good major league player.
You earned that spot.
Because if you're not good, they'll just replace you with
absolutely
in the next replacement level player who's probably a number 3 starter in any other organization.
You're not wrong.
Uh-oh. Padres back on top. Jake Cronenworth triple. Cronenworth a dark horse MVP candidate, in my opinion.
Bumgarner gave up 6 earned.
That's like Will Smith's 4th pass ball.
How many games do you think Stephen Vogt starts over Carson Kelly?
Was that a fastball? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a 2-seamer or what.
I think I was muted, but I said that Cronenworth, that'd be a very, very dark horse pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Was he off the back? Okay. Scary.
How many games do you guys think Stephen Vogt starts over Carson Kelly this year?
Dude, I'm like surprised Stephen Vogt's still in the league.
Yeah, I think Kelly should get the lion's share.
I fully agree. I'm honestly surprised that he started on opening day, unless him and Mad Bum just have a very good relationship or something like that.
Oh, that? No. Maybe, I don't know.
Mad Bum seems like the kind of guy who would definitely have a preference at catcher. I get that.
Yeah, but I feel like he's a veteran and he's been around forever, but there's always like a bit of a loss when you like move franchises. Like with the Giants, he probably that was probably his clubhouse, but he's not part of the quote part. I guess he is now, but he's not exactly entrenched in Arizona's culture or anything.
I wouldn't say that the Diamondbacks honestly really have much of a culture as a team right now.
You're right. It's basically just a bunch of dudes playing Sunday League.
This is it. You're really talking about an organization there that's deep in the process of a rebuild.
If you forced me to name all 30 MLB teams, I would probably name the Diamondbacks 30th.
Damn close.
can't
That
think of.
is definitely near the bottom of my list.
It's not super relevant.
Which is
know,
weird.
it seems
It's not like they're just totally fine. Like they're not like atrocious.
I mean, there was about 5 years there where they were supposed to be a fantastic team year after year after year, and they just finished with 85 wins.
I was gonna say
Time and time again.
They were like a 90-win team.
And that was like revolutionary. That was like possibly the most wins they've had since they won the World Series.
Let's see. Yeah, in 2017 they had 93 wins.
How many did they have the year they won the series?
94. Wait, no. 92.
Oh, there you go.
They were a 100-win team in 99.
Were they really?
And then a 98-win team in 02. And then they immediately became a 51-win team.
99 was like their third year in existence, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, second.
Second?
Yeah.
Jesus. And they were a 100-win team?
Yeah, in 98, their debut year, they won 65 games. The following year, they won 100.
Jesus.
And they lost the division series.
I'm trying to figure out how any of that is possible.
Let's take a little look at their lineup.
Because they obviously didn't have Randy yet.
They did.
Not in 99.
Yeah, he put up 8.6 WAR for him.
He was there in 99?
That's what BREF is telling me.
I thought he was still in the Mariners then. That's my bad.
1999 Arizona Diamondbacks. Yeah, Randy Johnson had a 2.48 ERA, 271 innings pitched, ERA plus of 184.
He left Seattle in 98. Okay, that's my bad. I'll be right back.
I think one of the incredible things of watching the Dodgers this year, especially, is that at any point in the game, they're capable of putting up 7 runs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, they're right there.
Yeah, and that dude's not even in the starting lineup.
McKinstry. What a cool name. Great name. Oh, yeah, there hasn't been a home run this game, has there?
No, because yeah.
Yeah, give us one home run, please. Huh. I don't think they hit a home run in the Tampa Bay game either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Marlins definitely didn't.
No, they did not. Yeah. So this wouldn't be the only game without a bomb, and there's still 3 to go, of course. But
Hadn't really seemed like the ball is different yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Nothing's been standing out to the point where
Yeah.
did they?
There's been a couple balls in this game that I thought have carried like crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
they were gonna increase drag on the ball, right? That was the idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one, obviously the triple with Mookie Betts, whether that was a carrying ball or a bad route, and then that one that went deep into left in between Bellinger and oh goodness, who else is out there? Taylor. Oh, wow, that ball took forever to fall.
Yeah, it really did.
Whew.
It's a great mustache on this pitcher.
No kidding. Hella jealous.
Daniel Bard in the bullpen.
We will see him next inning, presuming they hold on.
Yeah, getting ready to come in for a save. Was he expected to be their closer this year?
Yes, he has been given the job full throttle,
Outright?
wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that he was that they gave him that confidence.
He was talking about, I can't remember in what context or when. Wow, it was snowing during the Detroit Indians game.
Oh yeah. Miggy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Blizzard.
Wow, yeah, it's coming down. That's funny. I was saying that Bard was talking about how coming in last year, didn't know his role, didn't know where he fit in and stuff, and then this year he came into camp and they were just kind of like, "This is yours to lose."
I mean, he was still rookie eligible last year at the start of the season.
That's a fun fact.
I play Dynasty Fantasy Baseball. I signed him on a rookie contract in my fantasy league last year.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, the fact that, he's, 33 at this point? Is he that old? Is he 30? I know he's at least 30 years old.
Yeah.
But, calling him...
he's 35.
He's 35, yeah. Him having won Comeback Player of the Year last year, that's not just, honestly, that's a hell of an understatement. That's really all I have to say about it. There was a 7-year gap in between his major league appearances. Before last year, he did not appear in the major leagues until 2013.
D-backs might be the most fine team in baseball. Let's see, who else is just a fine team? Most of the NL Central.
That inning was longer than FDR's presidency.
I could see the Rocks in the NLCS. Absolutely.
That was the bold prediction, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Oh, we got a question for Mr. J. Roy.
What's the question?
From Wolves Fan 86. You seem like a stand-up fella. Which team is your favorite? Which team, J. Roy?
Whose account is that?
Sounds like a burner.
I want to know whose burner that is.
No, I'm curious, is that Wolves is in Timberwolves or Wolves is in Wolverhampton, in which case I get your quest for anonymity.
Or maybe they just like wolves. Wolves are cool animals.
If this is a real person asking this question, I'll say I'm a Phillies fan.
And if you are a Wolverhampton fan, I honestly relate. I'm a Newcastle fan. I can help you get through the sadness.
Or if you're just a fan of the animal, the wolf, then that's cool too because wolves are pretty sweet. Personally, a big bear guy.
But if this is someone's burner, I will find you.
Watch us scare away a genuine viewer just because of our cynicism.
Wolves fan, it seems like we need clarification though. Are you talking about the animal, the Timberwolves basketball team, or Wolverhampton, the soccer team? Seems like you got a fellow Phillies fan here.
Okay.
High praise for J. Roy.
What's he saying?
Wow, the Phillies. That's super cool, Mr. Roy. Love your content, man. Keep it up. You're a legend.
Okay, so this is probably Evan, if I had to guess. It sounds like Evan.
This sounds like J. Roy's burner account.
Yeah, it's just J. Roy.
Oh, Michigan Wolverines. I'm sorry, that's disappointing.
Who's in Michigan? I don't even. Maybe Scott. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping his answer was Wolverhampton. That way, I could at least have somebody to talk trash soccer with. My team in soccer is so bad. I need somebody to talk trash on. Nice tag at first there.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he got him. He did not get him.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the replay yet. I just saw the. Okay, yeah. Muncy just shook his head like, no, I didn't get him.
Yeah, he missed him by like 8 inches.
Muncy knew he missed him. Did a good job selling the tag, though. I'll give him that.
I wonder what that's scored.
Yeah, not
honestly, I'd probably just call that a single. You can't call that an error. Can you? I don't think there was an error to be had there.
Yeah, I mean the play was made, the throw was on target.
On target, yeah. It was close enough on target where the first baseman probably should have made the play. He missed the tag, but I mean that's not an error by any definition on the first baseman.
Oh, we have a clarification. The Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I saw that a minute ago. Thanks.
And we got a hat appreciator.
Had to bring out the expos for you.
Wolves fan 86 is right. Jonathan, you need a Phillies hat.
That is.
Do you have a Phillies hat with the 80s logo specifically?
Ooh, you're right.
That is accurate. I do need a Phillies hat.
The true peak Phillies logo.
I feel like the Phillies need to break out those sleeveless jerseys that the Reds had.
Oh.
I feel like the Phillies could pull that.
I could see the Phillies pulling off a solid one there.
Powder blue.
So I know the Cardinals obviously brought back their blue jerseys last year. Did the Phillies as well? I thought they did, right?
I feel like I've seen Bryce Harper in a blue jersey.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. I was going to say, because, I mean, the Cardinals and Phillies easily had the two best blue jerseys in the entire MLB.
I can't think of anything more intimidating than a sleeveless JoJo Romero trotting out to the mound.
Dude, you are not.
Just bulging arms, biceps exploding out of their skin.
I don't know. Ow, damn. Sorry, my dog's being a jerk right now. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on her name right now. Aroldis Chapman coming out sleeveless would be pretty terrifying too after his bulk up.
For more than one reason.
I mean, his shoulders at this point might be bigger than my thighs.
Oh, we got a disagreeer. Let's see. Patentedly false. The Royal Powder Blues are way better.
Of course, that's Rudy disagreeing.
Imagine wearing powder blue and it isn't even a color scheme. I personally really dislike the Cardinal Powder Blues.
Imagine winning a World Series because of a bad call.
Ouchies.
actually, scratch that. Imagine both of your teams' World Series coming from really not deserving teams.
Ooh.
And I'll be the first to admit the Cardinals probably shouldn't have won 06 or 11. Just waiting for Rudy to fire back here in the chat. There he is. Yeah, knew that was coming.
Yow ball.
Actually, a good point here in the comments. We were talking about notable Dodger departures, and we forgot entirely about Jock Peterson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier. I forgot to mention him.
Yeah, that's definitely a significant departure that I had completely forgot about.
I thought that was super weird that the Cubs went after him as if they were going for like some sort of like win now thing. I don't know.
I agree with that. You know, because
Such a weird pickup, like for a quality player for a team that's like a couple years away from a teardown.
I don't even know if I'd say they're a couple years from a teardown. I mean, at this point, it seemed like they're perpetually at the edge of a teardown.
I wanted to be generous.
I mean, seriously, it seems like at any given second they just may say, screw it, we're trading the franchise.
And from what comments I've seen from the likes of people like Rizzo, like there's no confidence there. There's no like, I want to remain with this franchise and I want to stay here and I want my kids to grow up in Chicago. They're like, we'll see what happens. Like, it's not really what you want to hear from your franchise players.
No, and I mean, I legitimately thought Rizzo was going to be a career Cub. I no longer fully believe that.
I think if any of them, probably Baez has the most potential to stay in Chicago and be like a franchise player.
I'd say Rizzo is still the most likely to be a career Cub out of all of them, but I still don't think that he's going to be a career Cub at this point.
If you could only sign one of them, would you take Rizzo or Baez?
If I was managing the Cubs?
Yeah, like if you could only retain one.
I still think it's more likely that Rizzo actually stays with the team for his full career.
Yeah.
I think that Rizzo is much more ingrained in the culture of the team than Baez is. And I think Rizzo has a lot more commitment and dedication to the team than Baez has. I could be wrong, but that's just my impression. So I know we've spoken throughout the game about Trevor Story going elsewhere, whether it be this season, in the offseason, whatever. I think we're all pretty much in agreement, though. There's no way that he actually hits free agency as a Rocky.
You got to get a return on him. Like
that's exactly what I'm saying. I fully agree. There's no way that they let him walk for free.
Mm-mm.
You got to get something out of all that investment.
Is this like a 92 pitch at bat? Where are we at in this?
It's the 11th.
Feels like it. Still only 2-2.
Feel like really, really long at bats are one of those things that are like sneaky exciting about the game, but they're never one of the first things that come to mind when I think about like exciting parts of baseball.
I think they're truly something that is only appreciated by people who are true baseball nerds.
Like
Casual fans of baseball don't like long at bats.
I got a genuine adrenaline rush. Guillorme versus Hicks. Like seriously, with every pitch, like my heart was freaking out.
Yeah.
All right, bunch of stuff in chat. Let's see. Jonathan, when's your next article dropping? Can't wait to read it.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while, but
dude, you got a hardcore fan here.
You're letting down your core audience.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I appreciate any fans of the site though, you know, so
my question, kind of a follow-up to that, when are you gonna update your Twitter profile picture?
Oh. I don't think I've updated it in years, so that's a good. Are you asking this, Ethan, or is this person asking?
Yeah, no, this is straight from me.
This is straight from you.
This is straight from my heart.
You know what? I might update it tomorrow.
Look at that. Cubs signed Jock because they did not have a major league left fielder. I mean, neither do the Cardinals, but they didn't.
Lane Thomas is going to be making a good push this year.
Yeah, I mean the half of the Orioles and the Pirates are replacement league like level players,
right?
And I think when you're headed towards a rebuild, it doesn't matter that you're lacking pieces. Y'all are line record saying they want to stay Cubs more than anything. I didn't say anything about Rizzo Baez. I said
that was me. I said I personally just don't feel like that they're going to stick around in the long term, and that's simply because I don't think they want to stick around for a rebuild. Am I wrong?
Oh, I kept saying Rizzo. You're absolutely right. I kept saying Rizzo. I absolutely meant Bryant.
Oh. No, I personally don't think Bryant or Baez are. I think those two are far less likely to stick around than Rizzo.
Yeah, I think Bryant gets shipped.
But
for clarification, every single time I said Rizzo, I absolutely meant Bryant in my head. So that changes the entire conversation. Oh, it's time for the old man, Daniel Bard.
Like I said, it's not that I necessarily think any of them are going to leave at any point. I'm not certain about it. At this point, I would guess it is more likely that any of them do not finish their career with the Cubs than do.
Yeah, the Cubs definitely don't need a full rebuild. I'm not trying to insinuate they're going full Pirates, Orioles, or anything like that.
No, I don't think so either, but I do think that whatever this rebuild that they're entering entails,
perhaps a restructure.
It would fare best if they were to use those guys in a trade.
I did not know Daniel Bard threw 99.
Yeah, homie chuck it.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed. I didn't realize that was his top speed there.
I love his story that he told, if I remember it correctly, about when he realized he wasn't suffering from the yips too bad anymore. Is he was loosening someone up in the outfield, just playing catch, and he just started throwing it harder and harder and harder, and he was like, holy crap, I'm throwing strikes to this guy, and then they clocked it and it was 96, and he was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, there's a Nationals pitcher too that's been working on a comeback, roughly the same timeline, obviously a couple of years behind. I'm trying to remember his name right now,
Barrett?
but yes, JT Barrett, or not JT Barrett. That was the football player, but Barrett, yes.
It's or Garrett, something like that.
And no, Barrett is his last name.
Okay.
I saw him pitch a couple years ago in short A.
Aaron Barrett.
Aaron Barrett, yes.
I knew it rhymed.
So, yeah, he.
I remember his first appearance back. He burst into tears on the bench.
So his whole the whole thing that set him on that like yips path was he had a very unique mechanic, which involved a kind of like a stutter step, which wound up being ruled as a balk. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, and once he was told he couldn't do that anymore, he completely lost his ability to find a strike zone. It was bad. But I mean, like I said, a couple years ago, I used to work for the Batavia Muck Dogs in the New York Penn League, and I was watching this guy's comeback for the Auburn Double Days, and it was really impressive to watch him make this comeback. And honestly, I could see him having the same kind of story. But again, just like 1 or 2 years behind Bard.
Coming straight for J-Roy in chat, Nola was real bad today.
That is not true. He made one bad pitch.
To a 300-pound 35-year-old who's basically a bench coach.
Okay, now.
2 straight hit batters knocks in the 11th run of the day for the Royals, tied the team record for runs in the opening days. 2 straight hit batters.
Cardinals officially have defeated the Reds 11-6. I know you and I care about that, Ethan. Alex Reyes came in to finish out the game.
That makes sense.
Gave up a hit with a walk. Gio Gallegos looked great as usual.
Webby got out of a jam. I think Tyler Webb is
one of the most underrated relievers in the majors.
I was gonna say a dark horse for one of the most bland people in the majors.
That too, yes.
Name a more bland professional baseball player.
I can't.
Then who?
Tyler Webb.
He's a very vanilla reliever.
Okay, tell me you wouldn't walk into your local H&R Block and find Tyler Webb there. Like, seriously. Or like selling you a phone at AT&T or Sprint or something.
He's absolutely
the dude looks
just a very vanilla player, but at the same time, that's what makes him so underrated.
Honestly, Tyler Webb is the reason that I totally believe people wouldn't recognize Clark Kent with his glasses on. Because if Tyler Webb took his glasses off and I was in line next to him at Starbucks, I would have no idea who he was.
Okay, let's be honest. Before a couple of years ago, you would have said the same thing about Joe Kelly.
I would still say the same thing about Joe Kelly. If that man took his glasses off, I would have no idea who he is.
Okay, yes. Without the glasses, Joe Kelly is 100% unrecognizable.
Kind of got like beady eyes though. Like it's kind of distinctive. I feel like.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it
Tyler
Gregorius who said that he could walk through Times Square and like totally invisible until he put on a Yankees hat?
I'm sure.
Ooh, that's it. Yeah, maybe.
Didi Gregorius kind of has a generic face as well. No, Tyler Webb definitely just looks like a soccer dad.
Oh, for sure. PTA, 100%.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta get my dog outside real quick.
Let's have a team record for runs scored opening day. Look at that. Who knocked in the record run? Where's game day? Oh, did I close it? Kyle Isbell did it. Good for him. I agree with you, Wolves fan 86. If Jonathan was walking in Times Square, I bet he'd be mobbed too. Oh, it's Hunter Dozier.
Who said that?
Who else but Wolves fans 86?
Okay.
Oh, Hunter Dozier to second. I thought it said. Okay, gotcha. Wait, so then Kyle Isbell must have knocked in the 13th run. Yep. So they set a record and then they broke their own record. Good for them. Who's the starter today for Texas? Oh, right. Gibson, because he went a third of an inning.
Got one out.
135 ERA. That's what I'm talking about.
Keller didn't do that much better.
What's that?
Keller? No, was that the other game?
Are you talking about the Royals starter?
Yeah.
He went 1 1/3. 6 earned. I don't think anybody else only recorded 1 out. Let's see. Hendricks, they. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not a good call.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. That was quite a bit off the plate.
Yeah, that was not a good call.
That's gonna be on umpire auditor later. Oh wow, that was so. I keep rewatching it.
Now he just needs a ground ball.
Yep. So
We'll set that a one.
fastball, changeup, slider, I guess. Oh come on, Barnes. It'd be hilarious if they tied the game right here. Whew. Yep. Now they can go to any base. Let's see. Bieber went 6. Boyd went 5. Nope. Caught his elbow. Maeda went 4. Woodruff went 4. Woodruff had an impressive outing today too. Just touching 99. All right, this game got a little more interesting.
Yeah. Win expectancy just shifted a bunch.
Mick, you're muted, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
Sorry about that. What I was saying is that Rays Marlins game, that was a pitcher's duel, wound up going 1-0. Austin Meadows was the lone one to break through, having hit a solo shot for the win.
I don't think you were around earlier when we were talking about the Cubs Pirates game. How Wilson Contreras didn't get a hit or a walk, but scored 2 runs.
No, I missed that. Wow, wow. Okay. So obviously, at least one of those was reached on error, and I'm guessing the other was probably a fielder's choice.
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't look.
Let's see if I can find it here.
Baez went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Hayward went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Not ideal.
All right, let's check out what happened here. Contreras 0 for 3 with 2 runs. That is a weird line.
Oh, wow. That was a good pitch.
Contreras also had a stolen base today. Seem a little strange.
That is a little strange.
Wow, he wasn't aggressive at all. Not sure what he was sitting on there, but he didn't get it.
Nope.
I wish I could tell you I was watching closely enough to explain that Contreras stat.
All right, so here's one of them was a fielder's choice.
I thought Frazier had an error.
And the other one was a reach on error. So, yeah, it was a reach on error and a fielder's choice.
Was it? There were 2 errors for the Pirates. Do you know who? Was it the Frazier error or the other one?
That was the Frazier error that let Contreras reach first. So, yeah, like I guessed in that random guess. Just a reach on error and a fielder's choice. Let him get on base.
Oh, this would be some poetry here. Late inning heroics for rookie.
361 career with the bases loaded.
Come on. Give me article. Oh, oh my lord! He wants it so bad.
Oh,
Bookie just blacked out with that swing.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, "Where are we?"
That was a vicious swing. There was he was trying to put that thing
Across the street.
Probably near Colorado Springs, to be honest. Actually, he might have been aiming for Pikes Peak. I don't know.
297 Rockies faithful on their feet.
Did you say 297?
I did. I did say that number.
Might be the best joke of this entire broadcast.
Question for the group. Who's your favorite current player in the league?
Oh, tough question.
Good one, Wolves fan. Current favorite player.
Honestly, Zach Greinke is one of my favorite players to watch. He's just such a weird dude, and he's so fun to watch. There's another YouTube video I'll give a shout out to is on the channel Baseball Doesn't Exist. Just dropped a new video today about Zach Greinke. It's fantastic. It's probably my favorite YouTube channel in terms of baseball content.
I don't know. As a Missouri boy, I got a really special place in my heart for Max Scherzer.
It's a solid pick.
Scherzer's always a great pick for us Mizzou fans.
Wow. The Rocks triumphing over the giant Dodgers. How about that? Who would have called that?
That was a nice little spear at second there, too. I know he would have gotten the ground out anyway, but, just nice catch on that liner.
That's the ball game.
Yeah, speaking of Scherzer, though, Ethan, I imagine you're also a Mizzou fan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you and I have a soft spot for Scherzer.
Correct. Those crappy jerseys he had to wear.
Dude, Mizzou used to have such bad baseball jerseys.
Not great.
At least they've gotten decent in the last couple of years.
All right, let's look at weird stuff from this game. What went wrong?
Dodgers lost.
Good start.
No, I mean, obviously, I think on an opening day, facing a team that is kind of looking at a down season like the Rockies, you'd hope for Mookie to kind of set the tone a little bit better than, a couple hits. I know that you can't really ask for multi-hit games all the time or anything like that, but big game earlier in the season, a single and a double, that's all he's really got. I don't know.
Well, I think
I'm not saying that it's disappointment, but just that was one thing I noticed.
Yep.
Well, Peyton is encouraging us to wrap it up because he is trying to eat dinner before they have to run that next stream coming up. So I think J. Roy said it best when he said that Kershaw got BABIP'd to death.
Oh,
yes, that honestly
I think that's
is
very
the
good
summation of the game.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the absolute best way to put it, because the Dodgers hit like crazy. They were on base, they were working counts. They were hitting where it mattered, and
I mean, they had 15 hits and 8 walks. When you have 23 base runners, you expect to win that game. It's hard to argue that any team should lose a game in which they have 23 base runners, and you should probably score more than 5 runs when you have 23 base runners.
Preferably.
But yeah, no, that's I think probably the biggest issue throughout the course of this game was just
that, combined with a few weird defensive things. That Max Muncy double pump turnaround to first thing was kind of strange. The Mookie weird drop triple in right.
There
that
was
ball that kind of just leaked and left.
2 or 3 outs that Muncy dropped on his own throughout the course of the game. And maybe not. You referenced that bunt play. That is definitely maybe not a dropped out, but an out that he should have gotten ahead of the play, which at least impacted 1 run, maybe a second. I don't remember at the moment, but yes, that it may not seem like a super significant play, but even that little bunt matters in a close game, especially a 3-run game where that kind of defense is making the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I think Muncy's defensive play at first was a big, glaring issue for the Dodgers today.
All right, one quick thing so we can get Peyton some food. Last quick question from the chat. Matthew Penn, what was y'all's favorite 2019 NLDS moment? So Nationals Dodgers.
I'm trying to remember stuff from that series.
Yeah.
It probably would have been a Soto moment.
Yeah. I mean, that whole 8th inning in Game 5, Rendon bomb, Soto bomb, Howie Kendrick bomb. Or I guess Howie Kendrick was in the 10th. But probably Howie Kendrick in the 10th off Joe Kelly.
I know those really specific moments with, Kendrick and Soto had a lot of really good moments throughout that series. Honestly, though, I'm very enamored with the Nationals rotation between Scherzer and
Ross.
Honestly, all 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5 of those starters in that rotation are honestly just very, very fun guys to watch.
Yep, they all spun it.
And so for me, when I watch the Nationals, that's what I watch them for.
All right. What about you, J. Roy? Favorite moment? Matthew Penn meant NLCS.
Oh, NLCS.
Okay, that was.
So Nats over Cards. Favorite moment in Nats Cards?
I don't even remember.
Oh, well, none of that was favorite for me.
That one time, let's see, Cardinals got swept. Let's see, what's something cool that happened?
I don't remember that series. I remember the Dodgers series way more.
Yeah, I don't remember that series at all, really.
No, honestly, I'm struggling to remember much of that series whatsoever. You be quiet.
I'm gonna say Big City's return to St. Louis on the Nationals.
Matt Adams, he's definitely got a place in Cardinals fans' hearts.
That man. I can't really remember. The only home run from the Cardinals hit in that series was from Yadier Molina. So there you go, the Yachty bomb in one of those games.
I think that was game 3 or 4, I want to say.
In fact, there were only 3 home runs total hit in that 4-game series.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, it's been fun, gents. Let's go let Peyton eat.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a great one. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I've had a great time joining you.
All right.
See everyone at 10 p.m. Eastern for Houston and Oakland, right?
Yeah.
I will not be here for that, but you guys have a great one.
Night, guys.